Hello, beautiful beings. How's it going today? Today, I want to talk about my third Reiki session I had last week. So, just a little update, I guess, on it. So, in Reiki circles, some people will decide to bring many different types of people. People that they may find, that may need healing in their lives, right? And they decide to bring them there because, like, there was this old lady, she brought her, I guess, her companion, her boyfriend or whatever. He came and he was there, and you know especially people that arrive into new domains, new new domains of expertise, I guess, things that they're not really used to, I guess. Some people will be a bit more on the defensive. So there was this old lady, she brought her boyfriend. He was like an ex cop. He told us he used to be a cop for like 30 years and stuff. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And you could definitely see that he had a lot of things inside of him that needed to be healed. Um, Very on the defensive and stuff, but he was a little open-minded. He was curious, I guess, of experiences and you know how we do things in the spiritual community. So he was asking some questions, and the Reiki master, I guess she was talking about a lot of different stuff. And so he went on the Reiki table, and he had a lot of things come up, and that's okay. But that's one of the big things, right? Sometimes people they need healing, but there's those scars that they have deep inside of them that they don't want to bring out because they're afraid of what other people might think, right? So so I think it was weeping at some point, and that was completely fine. You'll see different, like, people will have different reactions on the table, especially the first time especially they have like a lot to heal. Uh, some people will cry, some people will just have a couple tears coming out, some people's will just feel very good afterwards, and a lot of negativity and stuff stuck inside kind of like flows away out of the body. Some people will scream, some people will it's mostly scream, cries, and just random noises that just decides to come out of the body as the person is healing and is receiving the energy, the prana. So it's just very, very interesting seeing the transformation of people, because you see the big transformation. Like, people, they will they will come in as a certain person, and they will come out of it as a different one, or at least curious. So this policeman I was talking about, this ex-police officer, he was there at the Reiki session, and he was very curious at the end, and he told us that he was on a table, and he could see some really bright, weird, bright lights coming into his vision and stuff while his eyes were closed, and he found it super, super weird. He was like, is that normal? Is that like just because, like, sometimes people, their hands will go in front of the person's face, right? And they'll think, okay, it's just like a slight shadow, and then it's just the light that's right there. But he had some really bright lights. He was saying it was like, oh, it must have been that. But then we explained to him that it's normal to see some different things, some visions, some lights when you into that kind of trance. And but he thought it was something external. It might have been, but the way he was describing it, it was pretty much something else. So it really piqued his curiosity, and I told him, I was like, you know what, you should probably look at breath work. Maybe it'll help you understand a bit more, because sometimes breath work can really be a big life changer. Breath work will completely change your life if you've never experienced any extraordinary circumstances in your life or something. Breath work might work because there's so many different ways. But anyways, Reiki, it was very interesting to see the different types of people that enter there. They come in very on the defensive, very hesitant, right? And usually they leave and they're a bit more open-minded, or they're at least more curious about what we're all about. And it's really beautiful to see the changes in people and see people willing to change, people willing to dive deeper into their own consciousness. And once you delve deeper into your own consciousness in many different ways, there's so many different ways to delve into your own consciousness, but once you actually start doing that, experiencing consciousness in different ways, then it starts to expand your mind, expand your consciousness, and then you're a lot more open-minded to a lot of different things that are talked about in the spiritual community. Anyways, so that was my small video for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day and see you tomorrow. Peace.